offences. Prosecution led by Okoth Thomas informed court that the inquiries into this matter are still ongoing, thus asked for more time. Nyakaisiki in court was represented by her lawyer, who applied for the accused's bail by presenting 5 sureties. Prosecution alleges that on the 4th of January 2021 at Uganda Land Commission in Kampala district, without lawful justification, obstructed officials from the Inspectorate of Government to carry out a search in the office of the Chairperson Land Commission, Beatrice Biencha Nyakaisiki. Now, High Court Civil Division issued an order for an immediate release of Kakwenza. This was the second order on the same matter after one by Makindye Grade 1 Magistrate Irene Nambatia. However, it was not obeyed by the relevant authorities. The orders followed an application filed by Kakwenza's lawyers asking court for the unconditional release of their client. And of course, in that very story, Kakwenza was arrested on the 28th of December 2021 by security operatives from his home in Kisasi, Kampala, following the offensive posts on his social media page against the president and the Commander Land Forces UPDF General Muhoozi. According to Kakwenza's lawyers, since his arrest has been detained in an unknown facility, not even allowed him to meet the legal team. Kakwenza is a prominent novelist that we all know about. Now, in another story, the anti-corruption Grade 1 Magistrates Court has charged lawyer Lukungu Musa on charges of conspiracy to defraud Tropical Bank. Before Magistrate Joan Achio, the accused Lukungu Musa pleaded not guilty to the alleged offense. Through his lawyer Francis Ogwal, Lukungu Musa prayed to court to be granted bail, to which Magistrate Achio approved, thus granting him a cash bail of 6 million Ugandan shillings. Court also ordered the 2 wives to the accused who stood sureties to pay a non-cash bail of 30 million in court. Prosecution led by David Mugamba says the investigations into this case are still incomplete on this, as he asked for court to give him more time. It is alleged that in November 2021 at Tropical Bank Limited Kampala branch, the 8 accused persons, while in performance of their duties, conspired to defraud their employer when they used irregular procedures as payment of 1 billion shillings, paying it to one Nabona Margaret as an administrator to the bank. The still living Libyan diplomat was El Mbrad who was defrauded, whereas not. The accused persons were arrested on 8th December 2021 by the State House Anti-Corruption Unit.
Insurite is Valintuma Zam 08G 9EC 9EC.
Now, with those stories, let's take a short break and return with more. Stay with us.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more Secu points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 Senki points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More Senki points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your Senki points, dial *141#.
Everywhere you go, MTN. Raising voices.
Like other fathers across Uganda, I'm standing up to say no to violence against children. I commit to give my children a violence-free childhood. As fathers, we can make Uganda safer for our children. I promise to speak out when I see violence.
In this time of COVID, what is your promise to the children of Uganda? Because a violence-free childhood is everyone's right. Raising voices.
Pay school fees conveniently using MTN Momo. Dial *165 *80#. Enter the student code provided by the school. It will show you the student name and the class plus outstanding balance. Enter the amount you want to pay. Enter PIN. You will get a notification confirming payment. It's simple, secure and convenient.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
It's no secret that ICT makes learning easy.
The strides made in our field could not be possible without it.
And now we can watch our favorite shows.
My radio is my best friend.
UCC provides an enabling regulatory environment and policy guidance for healthy competition. We also facilitate ease of doing business in the communications sector through licensing, standardization, spectrum management, tariff regulation, rural communication development, and consumer empowerment. An informed consumer is an empowered consumer. UCC supports local content and innovations. Driving the development of a robust communication sector in Uganda is Uganda Communications Commission.
Enjoy convenience today with Airtel Money School Pay, FlexiPay or Bridge Schools. To pay school fees using FlexiPay, dial *185#. Select option 6 School Fees. Select option 3 FlexiPay. Enter the school code. Enter the student number. Enter the amount. Enter the PIN number to complete payment. Pay school fees conveniently using Airtel Money. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
It's the 2021 Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations. Live, free, and exclusive to your public broadcaster, UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Sasula era kulanga okozesa Airtel Money owangula obutitimbe bw'ensimbi. Tutaddewo billion emu n'ekitundu yakwewangulira buli lw'okozesa Airtel Money.
Sebali kwa Patrick ndi agent wa Airtel Money era nawangudde million 2 era ndi musanyufu nnyo ndi awo nga nyiga *185 hasi.
Joko okuza Airtel Money joko okuyoola kafuwa siringi. Airtel Money ya buliwo yesigika teriko nsalo.
Welcome back as we get into the world of business. Ministry of Finance is set to hold a national economic forum in preparation for the next financial budget. Isaac Shaka, the communication officer, Ministry of Finance, says that the forum is meant to ensure proper alignment of priorities for the next financial year. Let's hear more in this report.
It is one of the alternative or the forum whereby the national budget gets its policy measures. Particularly in these engagements, we are looking forward to get ideas, being that we are still in COVID and COVID has been here. It is not business as usual. So we are looking forward to get this chat or conversation with international players, with even Ugandans and the private sector, the academician. I can say the entire country. We sit in that hall. This time around it's going to be different. We are using the affordable channels to make sure that we reach a number of people. We are having a Zoom link. We shall be gathering ideas and then we use them to inform the next budget of 2022-2023. It is also part of the consultation to inform the next budget. In fact, the Economic Growth Forum, it is an alternative, like the budget conference, like the local government consultative conferences, like the consultation from the missions, to come up with a national budget that has all the ideas that appeal to the public.
And now into the private school owners. It looks like they have applauded the government for the reopening of schools. They pledge a cordial working condition with parents because they are aware of the situation of COVID-19 in the country. Emmanuel Turiagenda, the director of Bethel Emma Nursery Day and Boarding Primary School in Bunamwaya, Wakiso, says that as much as the schools are open, the turn-up is still very low. He further emphasizes observance of SOPs and vaccination for the teachers.
So we have to take on these children who have been at home for quite long. One, we have had a number of counseling sessions as teachers. So we are going to use that knowledge that we have acquired from those workshops, such that we first extend counseling sessions to our children, because we know they are not all that prepared since they have been at home for quite long. So we shall begin by counseling them, such that we bring their minds back to school. Then I think when we begin with that, the learning process will go on smoothly. For SOPs, we have tried to install all the SOPs as required by the Ministry of Education and Sports. For example, we have the hand washing facility in place. We have labeled, we have put all COVID-19 messages around the school.
So we are here, we've started. The school is open. The parents shouldn't worry. We have not included the school fees. School fees is the same. And we also not so particular, like so rigid. You can even begin with the half payment and let children begin, because we are also sharing the same pain everybody has gone through with this pandemic. The school is safe. The SOPs are in place. We have the sanitizers. We have the facilities for washing hands. And we are encouraging the pupils to put on masks, such that we study in a safe environment. We have an isolation room, and we encourage parents not to fear, but to bring children to school.
Now, in another story, in Arua City, it was pure excitement at Arua Prison's primary school as they reopened for classes yesterday. Teachers expressed happiness to start teaching, as we hear more in this report.
The children have really come to school this morning in a big number, except some of them came minus masks. I had to send them to go and put on the mask. And my teachers have all reported.
It is a new page of happiness to pupils who have missed classes for the last 2 years. UBC visited the Arua Prison's primary school in Arua City, where pupils had started learning on day one of their reporting.
I'm so excited because we are back to school. And staying at home is not good because sometimes you get bad friends. Now, I'm so happy as we are back to school. I thank God for that.
I feel excited and I'm happy that we are back to school and my friends.
In the same vein, teachers feel happy resuming teaching after a longer period of time, exacerbated by COVID-19 pandemic.
Our coming back to school is so amazing, so interesting. All of us are so eagerly awaiting, and we have really waited, and at least we thank the government. We appreciate the government for reopening schools. This morning, everybody was going to school. The borders carrying children.
Yeah, I really felt I should be teaching. Now again, another challenge is those things like schemes of work, books, lesson plan books are not yet being given to us. Already other teachers have started, as you have seen.
Arua Prison Primary School is one of the schools in Arua City that was used as a quarantine center for COVID-19 patients in the first wave. This, however, created a stereotype among members of the public, attributing it to a place of COVID-19, as the head teacher shares the gist of the matter.
The school was the quarantine center, and when the victims were here, indeed, people were fearing the school. They may think that the disease is still here. When you reach the gate, you would see someone running, running just from outside on reaching this way. So this time that fear has gone. Why? Because we have cleaned the school.
According to Arua, quarantining COVID-19 patients at the school had some challenges that impacted the school, as latrines were filled with empty bottles, among others, which will affect running of the school.
Was full of bottles. Some of the bottles were thrown in the pit latrines, but the ones which were in the dustbin were able to burn them. But those ones in the pit latrine, we have not yet done anything about it. All this the doors rusted because of sanitizing every day. So to remove that fear from the children, what I did was I painted some of the classrooms. We designed the compound. We planted grass, flowers.
As usual, streets of Arua City were congested as many people continue to plan for the return of their children to various schools. Story compiled by Joseph Odama.
Thank you very much there. That's it from us. For the entire team, my name is Patricia Lokomampango. It's a very good afternoon to you there.